Hi everyone, I'm Wicked. I had some requests for this video about what I prioritize for buildings and research. So, shouldn't be too long. I'm just going to go over what I do. And this is, of course, just my opinion. Everybody does something a little bit different, I think. But what I prefer to do is I go with the palace. I level that up and the buildings necessary for it until you reach the next troops. So if you go into details here and you go into more details, so I'm at 23 right now. So what I'm going to do, since I got tier 7 at 23, so I'm going to focus on my palace until I hit 26, until I hit the next level of troops. And then I start to level all my other buildings. I'll get all my other buildings up to 26, starting with the buildings to get the next tier. Um, and then, like I said, this I'll level all my buildings up to max, and then I'll go up to the next one. The buildings I start with after I get the stables, the barracks, and the archery range maxed out is War Chamber is the first one I go after. Um, if and then uh, if you have um, the necessary things for them, I think these ones take the drums. Um, Internet's slow today. Yeah, so this one takes the war drums. So if you have the war drums, I go for that after I do War Chamber. And then I do embassy because I uh, typically hold the rallies. Me and my partner Doom Shield, we typically do the rallies, so I always keep that maxed out. But if you're not doing rallies, um, you really don't need it maxed out first. Um, the only other thing it really helps you with is for the reinforcing, which we don't get hit often, so it's not something that we worry about too much. But I make sure that my stalls and farms are maxed out. Those are always the very first things, actually, after even before um, my barracks and my stables and stuff, just because they're so quick and so cheap to do. So I usually just um, I'll speed those up just to get those taken care of. And as you see, my resources, I honestly don't need them. Um, I've gone quite overboard. I need to get some more copper just to catch up. So, um, yeah, and then like I said, those are the main three things: the war chamber, the gym, and the embassy. After that, I just work on everything. Like right now, these are the very last things I have is the defense tower and the strategy hall. Which strategy hall I'm only really doing just because it's required for this next level here. So once I get um, once I get those two taken care of, I'm just going to be going full force and saving up for the next palace, except for when I do um, my research. So what I'm doing for research right now is this is what I have. I went almost full into resources, and then like I said, I just recently stopped because I just started getting except for the load. I'm getting my load right now um, for the copper, but um, yeah, I probably won't go any more into these for the inside and outside resources, just because it's definitely just not needed. Um, so after I go there, military is what I'm working on still right now. So um, I need to pump a couple more into there, uh, and then at 25 you can get this next one here. But um, which I already have 5 troops, so or four. I'm sorry, 4 troops. But yeah, I've got all these maxed out. Um, what I started with is I went full defense for, like, for example, for this here for the infantry. I went full defense on the infantry, and then uh, I was skipping it for, say, this one right here, for the infantry attack. Um, I was just making them defense units, and now all they do is I just use them for my copper, mining. So I don't know. Like I said, do what you want with them, but like I don't even use them as units anymore. They're basically just loading up on copper. Um, I'm just putting the points into them anyways, just because I'm going to eventually, I'm sure, use them. Um, so the polis, this is something that it took me a long time to actually put anything really into this, but it is really important. Like, for example, the forts here, the Fort Garrison. Um, when you start getting, you know 60, 70,000 power, uh, for your legion, you really need to put some more into this to have more troops at your fort. Otherwise, you're not even going to have a full legion. I try to run 2 legions out of my fort, so I really need to put some more into that pretty soon. When you do that, you want to also do your advanced troop limit, so that way you're able to send more troops to your fort at one time. Otherwise, you're sending 2 trips, which really isn't a big deal, but it's just nice to be able to keep those the same. Um, the combs, we don't ever have any problems with our combs being attacked, so I don't have anything in the garrison or the wall defense for the combs. Um, the transport speed is really important. These are just things that I see, third in place from resources to military. So after I'm done with my military, which I should be done in 3 or 4 days, then I'll start putting them into these again. The fort walls really actually pretty good too. When uh, for like, even city attacks, we have a lot of problems with the city, at these level 6 and 7 cities, breaking our walls and just actually like destroying our forts. And then like, the last one we did, this last level 6 we just did a couple days ago. It took out like 6 of our guys' forts, and we didn't have a whole lot of people there in the first place. So luckily, we had just enough to finish it. We were at 4%, and then it just destroyed everybody, it destroyed everybody's forts. So the wall defense is really important. When you're doing your cities and you get attacked, make sure that you're repairing your walls as soon as possible for your fort. Um, but yeah, I haven't done anything down any further than that. Um, but it'll come eventually. It's just not one of my priorities. The assist, I only go into this really when, say, so I use my main god. I use him for pretty much all my research because, he's like almost at 90 at all of his stats, so he can pretty much do all of the research by himself. When I'm not doing that, um, I use him for copper mining. But if he is out copper mining, then I'll just go into these because I have, it's easier to get the god to just do these little quick ones, these um, little 14-hour ones, 10-hour ones. So this is what I save for last. Really, the only things that you want to, really important is your extra beds for your the healing speed. I typically speed up my troops, so that's not a huge thing for me. But just because it was cheap, I put them into it. The cure is really nice for your death rate, so your less of your people die. Um, And the dungeon is not something I really mess with a whole lot because, like I said, we're really a peaceful server and a peaceful alliance. So there's really not a whole lot of need for it. But just because I, needed something to put it into, had some extra time on my hands, I just put them into there. So uh, the advanced mercenary is going to be really, really good when you hit level 30. But of course, it's a long ways away. So you can get 3 people, 3 gods, opening up your treasures. Um, so so yeah, that's pretty much it. I need to put some more into this too. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think I almost have this maxed out, just with my gods and stuff like that. I'm at 4 minutes and 10 seconds, and I believe the maximum is 4 minutes. So it's not really a huge hurry to to put more into that. But yeah, it's pretty much all I do here, for my buildings, my building priorities. Um, if you do spend money on the game, I almost every week I buy the building bundle with the coupons. Um, I haven't lately because just there's been so many gods out. Like, there's like 2 or 3 weeks in a row. I think I spent like $500 to $700 just on trying to get those gods. So I've just kind of laying back on the coupons. But like I said in my spending guide, like the coupons are really good to buy for those bundles. The only ones I really buy is the God Unseals, which I'm really excited to do that. As you see, I've got a good amount stocked up here. And we got one more day before the one more of the unsealed bundles, before the Rev event. So during the Rev event, I will make a video on all my unseals and hopefully get a couple legendary gods. But yeah, so that's all I wanted to go over, and I had like 4 people request this, so hopefully it helps you guys out, and hope everybody's excited for the server merge, and I know it's going to be successful and be a really good improvement to the game. We'll just have to see what they do for the cities, see if they add any cities and stuff like that. So, but hope everybody has a great rest of your day, and I appreciate you all for the support. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Growing pretty quickly, which I really appreciate. Um, I've been doing this just for the community because there was no other person doing this. So getting the word out, liking and subscribing is really helping me get the word out. And I know there are people, literally just telling their servers to, go check me out, and I really appreciate that. So thank you guys very much, and I'll see you next time.